Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be doing some speed reviews on all of the products I've tried over the past couple of weeks. We have quite a bit to talk about, so make sure you grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's get into it. The Estée Lauder Double Wear Concealer. This has definitely moved to holy grail status for me. When I tell y'all, this is the concealer I use every single time that I do a glam look. I have this concealer on right now. Truly, it's one of the best. I have two shades. I have the shades 6W and 5W. I do feel like if you have more dry skin, I don't really know if you're gonna love this concealer because it does have more of like a soft matte finish. But if you have more matte to combo skin, this is gonna be your absolute best friend. A little bit goes a long way. You don't have to let this set down and dry before you blend it out. It's perfect. Truly, truly perfect. This is one of the best glam concealers on the market. Highly recommend these if you're the kind of person that loves having a lot of coverage in your concealer. I just have to give it up to whoever is on Morphey's product development team because they have been on a roll since January. These trios are so good. So in here you get the powder, the balm, and the cream. These are great. I love these. I have two trios. This one is Cabana Club and this one is Wine and Dine. And surprisingly, the pigment lies in the balm here. These are so beautiful. Wine and Dine is a dupe for Patrick Ta's She's Wanted. So if you've been wanting that blush shade, definitely get this one for literally a fraction of the cost. You get 3 different finishes in one. They did an amazing job with these, and I believe these are only $19. They're 100% worth the price. I hope that we see more of these. They do have 7 to choose from, and I feel like the shade range is pretty good, honestly. But when it comes to blush, I can never have too many. So I'd love to see more shades. Speaking of blush, we have the Rare Beauty Bouncy Blushes. This is definitely my #1 product from Rare Beauty. If someone asked me what my #1 product from Rare Beauty is, I would definitely respond with these right here because these have literally everything that I want. They have blendability, pigment, shade range. Like, I cannot ask for anything more in these blushes, honestly. And my favorite shade is the shade Thriving. This is the one that I reach for the most. It is a beautiful raspberry toned kind of blush and I live for it. This one has been sold out for a long time, but I believe that it is back in stock. They have a really interesting texture to them. They're almost like a putty, moussey kind of texture. But one of the things that I was a little bit nervous about when I first got these blushes is how it was gonna pick up with the brush, and I found that it's worked for every brush type I've used. I've used dense brushes. I've used a little bit more fluffy brushes. So far, so good when it comes to the brush type, and you don't just have to go in with a denser brush. But if you want intense pigment right away, go in with a dense brush. Now, the Fenty Gloss Bomb Lip Oils are one of my favorite lip oil formulas. I really love this. I'm so happy that Fenty gave us more shades in this formula. This little applicator right here holds a ton of product. A ton of product. You will literally only need one side of this, but I love this because this formula is not sticky, but it has the shine of a gloss. Not only that, I feel like this formula just feels very cushiony on the lips. It just coats the lips really nicely. Smells really good as well, kind of like cupcakes. But if you've been on the fence about these, I would say definitely get one, try it out. I honestly feel like if you're a fan of the Gloss Bomb lip oils, you are going to be a fan of these because these are just a lip oil version of those, minus the stickiness you get in a gloss. I feel like I talked about this so much, but the House Lab powder bronzer, amazing. Absolutely love this. I have mine in the shade Redwood, and a couple of you have asked me, is the Make Beauty bronzer redder than this bronzer? And I would have to say that this one has more red in it than the Make Beauty bronzer. I love this formula though because it literally feels like a creamy powder. It just melts into the skin. You do not have to work hard with this. Honestly, it literally blends itself. And this has just been the bronzer I've been picking up literally every single time that I do my makeup. This is definitely going to be one of those products that I will 100% be repurchasing when I finish it. Hopefully I do. Not a lot of people are talking about these, but these are a really cool, interesting formula. So basically, these are like lip and cheek stains. They have like a moussey texture to them. Like you do not need a lot of this. The texture is very moussey, but when I tell you these pack pigment, oh my gosh, these have so much pigment to them, but I love it. I love it. Now, this is so beautiful on top of powder because it has like that powdery kind of finish to them. It just melts onto the skin. It honestly kind of reminds me of the Rare Beauty blushes, but like I said, they pack a punch and a little bit goes a long way. When I first got these, I was like, oh, this is very tiny, but because of the pigment like this, that is why. This one is one of my favorite shades. This is the shade Cowlick. It is so pretty. Look at this. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So pretty. I don't really use these on the lips. This isn't really a product that I use on the lips, mainly because these are super vibrant shades, but love these as blushes. Speaking of Made by Mitchell, I placed a really huge haul with a lot of his products, so I've tried out a lot of his newer products recently, and this is another one, the Lip Sinks, which is a matte lip cream. These are really, really amazing. They have a great staying power as well. My favorite shade is the shade No Drama. This has been my go-to base shade when it comes to my nude lip combos. But I'm telling you, this will last you a literal lifetime because you just need the tiniest amount. And you have so much product in here. And then the other shade that I have is the shade Blossomed. And this one's a little bit more pinky. Not really my favorite shade. I ordered these online, so it was kind of hard to see what the shade would look like on me. But this is definitely giving more concealer lip with a hint of pink. But I just gravitate to No Drama more. I did recently try this new lip liner from Sephora collection. This is the 8-Hour Transfer Proof Lip Liner. This is the lip liner that has replaced their gel lip liner. And I got the shade Molasses, and this shade Molasses is very cool toned. It's a lot cooler than the gel version of this lip liner. Though this lip liner lasts longer, I just wish that this shade Molasses was the same as the old one. I feel like the old one was just a little bit more warmer, so I found myself not really reaching for this often because it's super cool. And I don't usually go for cool tone brown lip liners majority of the time. For every day, I go for more warmer, maybe even a little bit more neutral, but mainly warm lip liner. But this one's just a lot cooler, and I just wish that they got a lot closer when it came to matching up the shades from the old formula with the new formula. So I have 4 palettes to talk about in today's video. The first one is from Cosmic Beauty. This is the Lovers palette, and this came out around Valentine's Day. If you have not tried a Cosmic Beauty palette, do yourself a favor, try one, because their formula is 10 out of 10. I have nothing bad to say about their formula. I love that they include really cool shifty shades, but I also love that their color stories just seem super thought out. Really beautiful, unlike anything we have in our collections. When I saw this palette, I just knew that I had to get my hands on it, and I have used literally every single shade in this palette, and I love it. It's perfect for the springtime, and I just, ooh, this blue gets me every single time. Blend Bunny came out with the Beauty Below palette, which I really have been enjoying. This one's a little bit more jewel toned. I also love how this palette is laid out. It's laid out in like quads, which is nice. So you already have completed eye looks with each of the quads. The shimmers, by far some of the best from Blend Bunny. The packaging, by far the best packaging design ever from Blend Bunny. Just everything about this palette I love. You also can remove the pans. They're magnetic, which is great if you want to rearrange, but I love this one. This is definitely in my top 5 favorite Blend Bunny palettes. Let me know if y'all want to see a ranking of all my Blend Bunny palettes. I feel like that would be super fun. So now these 2 palettes are from the Glamlight X Twilight palette, and I have some thoughts. So first of all, I have to say the formula across both of these palettes, really amazing. It's the Glamlight formula we know and love, but let's talk about the color story, because the Jacob color story is not what I was expecting, but I get it. It's grungy, but it's cool toned. This one I don't really gravitate to the most because it's super cool toned, and I feel like I have to pull in other palettes to just get a little bit more out of the look, since all of the mattes are pretty light except for these 2. But other than that, I really do like the formula of this palette. It's just not a palette that I've been gravitating to, but the Edward palette, I was not expecting to love this one as much as I do. This one is definitely giving vampire, it's giving grungy, it's giving vampy. Definitely not an everyday palette, of course, but I love everything about this palette. Every look that I've created with this, I have loved. I love this color story. It's beautiful. It's different. I love it. Overall, I think Glamlight did an amazing job with these palettes. Like, if you had to choose between the 2, excluding if you're team Edward or Jacob, I would go for the Edward one. Then go for the Jacob one if you're more into neutrals. But the Edward one is just really fun and it's different. I've been trying this brow pencil from Revie Beauty. This is the Easy Everyday Brow Pencil. So I've been using the shade Ebony. I really love this brow pencil because it has a smaller tip on it, which is really nice. But you can create hair-like strokes with this. Not only that, you can actually press hard with this pencil and it's not gonna break on you, and that's what I love about this. It's small, but you can also really fill in your brows if you want to. You can line your brows if you want to. Literally every product from Revie Beauty is a true hit, and Allie just really does take her time with these products. They're very intentional and they're very, very good. When I went out of town recently, I brought the Brown Girl Jane Carnival fragrance with me. This is a great summer scent. The only thing I will say is it does not last very long. And I was really hoping that it had a nice longevity to it. This is definitely one you have to reapply throughout the day. I would have loved to have picked up the full size, but because of how long this lasts, I'm not gonna pick up the full size. I'm just gonna keep rocking with my travel here. It smells really nice. It's not an overly sweet fragrance. I wouldn't say it's super sweet at all. It kind of has like, it has almost like this warm note in here. I'm not too sure exactly what the note is, but it has this warmth to it, but it's still kind of fruity, but it's not sweet, if that makes sense. All right, guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed just hearing about some of the products I tried out recently. If you do not see a product in this video that you know I've tried recently, prepare to see that in the next speed reviews as I actually formulate my thoughts on those products. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.